with Raja Vaidya. Today we're going to be talking about calibrating your mindset. Did you know a few short years ago I was afraid to speak in front of groups? Yes. Do you know why? I've had a speech impediment my whole life, and there are days and sometimes minutes where I speak so fluently I even forget I'm still struggle with it on a daily basis. So what changed for me? How did my mindset change so that I could now speak in front of any audience on any topic of any size and speak with authority? See, let's go back in time a little bit. Back in 2015, I was in a head-on car crash, and you can't see it as much here. I have scars right here. I lost a chunk of hair, and my head smashed the windshield. My beautiful like Infiniti i30 with 220,000 miles on it got totaled. I had glass in my head for 6 months, and one eye was tracking slower than the other one for a year, and then I couldn't turn my head to the left for 2.5 years. That's one long stiff neck, isn't it? So I had to find out, how am I going to change my life, because I was starting to get depressed. It was affecting my work. It was affecting my attitude with my children. So what can we do to change our perception of what is happening to us? Because there's a great book by Viktor Frankl where he talks about how you cannot change what happens to you, but you can always change your perception of what happens to you. That's why someone anonymous always said that 10% of life is what happens to you, but 90% is your perception of it, right? So let's do a quick breathing exercise right now, because I want you guys and gals out there to really enjoy this and really stay focused. So we take a deep breathing exercise here, deep in through your nose, out through your mouth, and we're gonna do that 10 times. Sounds cool, right? And now deep breath out. I'm going to give you a ring of the victory bell. We are now calibrated for you to learn, because you just hyper oxygenated your blood. That is called Wim Hof breathing. Take a look at that online. Wim Hof, he's an extreme athlete that trains your body how to increase your oxygenation and to deal with extreme cold temperatures. And by you controlling your breathing, you actually can change your physiology. See, a lot of people think that emotional stress is actually reactive, and it is, but to a certain degree, it can also be changed. So what you do is, now, instead of reacting to the emotion and changing your physiology, what you're doing is reversing it. So we're now creating a first mind shift, is that you can reverse the emotions and the hormones running through your body by changing the physiology of your breathing. See, as a black belt and as a master black belt, I'm a sixth degree master black belt. And I don't say that to brag. I say that just to tell you that I've done this over and over and over again. I have helped make hundreds, if not thousands, of black belts over my almost four decades of like teaching. And I even opened up my own karate school. So that means I had to learn a whole new skill set, not just as a master, but also as a business owner. So we learned, the first thing was about learning how to breathe. I learned this not only through the martial arts, but also through opera singing. So that's why when I get up on stage, I understand how to present yourself, how to stand so that people think that you are actually leaning into them. See, a lot of people, when they want to turn to the side, they turn to the side and their whole body turns to the side. Instead, what you really want to do is, if you've ever taken theater, they'll say, you cheat 45 degrees, but you keep your face going forward. That way it looks like you're addressing that side, but you're still projecting your voice to the front of the audience. See how we're doing that? Now imagine you're doing that at work and you need to connect with your audience. You're in a conference room full of 10 people, plus your boss, plus the vice president of your department. Now, these are real life examples. How do we connect with them? By addressing the whole room and turning our shoulders towards where we want our attention to go. That's our second mind shift, is that we want our attention to go where it needs to go, right? Now, our next step, and these are not really steps, these are just all different causative values that you can stack on each other. I have another program where I can teach you the 5 steps to black belt confidence. We don't have time for that here today in 20 minutes. I need about 2 hours for that. But these are all different examples of how you can use mind shifting in your daily life. Say, for example, right now, you wake up every single morning and you do that Wim Hof breathing. And when you do it, you now have to, or you now don't have to drink coffee anymore. Did you know you can do that? A lot of people think that, oh, I need coffee every morning. Well, no, what you need is sleep. But if you don't get sleep, how can we improve the quality of our sleep? Here's something else I want you to do. You want to improve the quality of your sleep. You want to sleep faster, sleep less, and sleep more deeply. First thing is, we have to have a yardstick to measure how are we sleeping. Simplest thing is, get a smartwatch, right? You can get them as cheap as 20 bucks, or you can spend 400 bucks on an Apple Watch. It doesn't matter. Get something. But what you're going to find is that you're going to have a baseline where you are actually sleeping either 6 hours, 7 hours, 8 hours. And it'll tell you you have light sleeping patterns as well as deep sleeping patterns. Now, what's important is you need to have a balance of light sleep as well as deep sleep. Your deep sleep should be slightly more than your light sleep. So maybe about 60%, 70% should be deep sleep, and you will have some pattern of light sleeping in between those. The reason is your body goes through what is actually a delta sleep, or this is the stage where you have rapid eye movement when you're dreaming. When you're doing that, your body enters a much deeper phase of sleep. And you also, this is the most important phase where people that are able to shift to the delta in their daily life through medication, through or I'm sorry, not through medication, through meditation, through meditation, and through concentrated focus, they're able to enter the delta waves in real life, and that allows you to enter your subconscious and change your habits. That's why in the mornings, one of the most important things I can tell you and your family to do is create a journal every single morning where you write down 3 positive things that have happened to you in the past 24 hours. And you'll be surprised. People say, oh, I can't think of 3 things. Sure, you can. You woke up. That means you beat everybody else who didn't wake up. You also get to choose where you go today. You get to go to work. You get to go to the bathroom. You get to go to the shopping center. Do you need to do something else online? You get to choose what to do. Third thing, you get to walk. And if you're confined to a wheelchair, you get to roll. In other words, you get to do something. See, there are always something positive that you can write down and create those positive mind shifts for you. Now, the reason why I say that is follow this formula. Words become your thoughts. Your thoughts become your beliefs become your actions, and your actions become your success. I'll say that again. Your words have power. Your words become your thoughts. Your thoughts become your beliefs. Your beliefs become your actions, and your actions become your amazing, brilliant, outstanding, superseding success. Now, notice how I'm really emphasizing that. It's because you have the power in your hands. Not because something happens to you, it's because how you perceive what happens to you, and you can choose to pivot. So let's go on to another strategy that we can do. Say that you want to lose weight. If you want to lose weight, raise your hand. Go ahead, anybody out there, raise your hand. Yes, even if we're not responding back and forth immediately in real time, go ahead, do it. Raise your hand. Because what happens is now your body is engaged, your mind is engaged, your physiology becomes engaged in what we're doing. Can you imagine that? Ever ever hear like the climax to like a great Taylor Swift song? Like my daughter right now is a Swiftie, and we're trying to get tickets for her concert. You know, what Taylor Swift does very well is there are peaks and valleys in every song, and every good musician does this. So during every speech or every presentation, I'm doing the same thing. Guess what? Shh, secret, huh? There's a spoiler alert for you. I go through peaks and valleys too. You remember the beginning? I told you about that pit of my accident. Now we're going back to success. Now we're talking about evenly about strategies. That's a pattern to that. I'm guiding your mind shift. So let's get back onto how we can lose weight. Now, let me ask you something. If somebody told you, yeah, you want to lose weight, that's great. You want to lose all the bones and keep all the fat? No. You want to lose muscle and keep all the fat? No. So if you feel like you're overweight, generally the world and television and social media, it's all taught you that you need to lose fat. That's why everybody starts saying, all right, get a no fat, low fat diet. Fat is the enemy. Here's the problem with that. You've been misled slightly because a lot of it has been exaggerated to the point of almost being false. Your body needs some fat. Do you know why? Your brain is made up of fat. Yes, you have a lot. You have these things called phospholipids. They're in every cell in your body. You need fat as part of your cell membranes. You need cholesterol, the good cholesterol in your body, so your body can function. Your brain is made up about 30% fat. So out of, say the average human brain weighs 9 pounds or 8 pounds, 3 pounds of that is fat. Why would you eliminate that? Then your brain won't function. So for people that are misled and don't understand that this is not the right way to do things, they start to reduce all their fat and then they eat too much sugar. So this is what happens with a lot of these low fat diets. You end up eating much less fat, which is okay for a short period, but the problem is the food companies replace the fat with sugars. So you need three things when you eat. You need protein, you need carbohydrates, and you need fats. It's sort of like burning a fire, right? On a fire, you use wood, or you can use straw, or you can use cardboard, right? Each of those three things will still make the fire burn. Uh, the straw is the easiest to burn. The cardboard probably the second easiest to burn, and the wood is probably the third hardest thing to burn to start. But it'll stay lit the longest, right? So we need to have a balance of all three of those: proteins, carbs, and fat. And I'm not going to tell you exactly what to do with that, but about 40% carbs, about 30% protein, about 30% fat, because we want to stay active. Carbohydrates are actually the energy source for your body. So now here's an example of what you want to do. Now, at karate, whenever we have new students, we're always asking them, what's your goal? Our goal is we are a black belt school. What is our goal? Our goal is a black belt. So a lot of them in the beginning, they say, oh, I don't like push-ups. I said, really? That's too bad. I love push-ups. You know why? It makes my body stronger. It gets me closer to my goal. So now, instead of telling them, listen, you don't have to do push-ups. You also don't have to get your black belt. But if you want to do push-ups, you want to help your body, you get to do push-ups and you get to receive your black belt by earning it. And that's just one simple example of how you can change your mind shift to create a healthy habit in your body. Now, the old adage of it takes 21 days to make and break a habit, that is the average. It is the minimum. It is not the exact number. It can take 66, 67 days. So I read that's study. And some animals took up to 67 days to create the new habit. So instead of thinking it takes 21 days, assume it takes 2 months, right? 60 days plus for you to make a habit so that it is going to be second nature. It's going to be subconscious where you don't have to think about it. One thing I do is every day I go to work and I have to charge my electric car in the morning, and then I get to work around 7 a.m. So four hours later, my car is charged. 11:15, I go I go take it off the charger, and I come back and then make lunch. I eat lunch, and then by noon I'm ready to tackle the second half of my day. In the beginning, that was a little bit tough, but now it's second nature. I don't have to think about it because I get to do those things. I don't have to. So right now, say that you have a challenge right now in your life. We're going to create the mind shift that is going to make it easy because you get to do that challenge. Because right now, your greatest obstacle is actually your greatest gift. If right now your problem is you don't like your job, okay, no problem. You are underpaid. Fantastic. Did you know that that's the best place to be in? Do you know why? Because when you're underpaid, it means that you are overqualified. It means you can leave the job anytime. You are in control of your career. I bet you never thought about that. If you're getting a mind-blown moment right now, type in the chat, boom, or explosion, because we want to see that people's mindsets are getting blown out of the water right now. that you are expanding your mind shift right now in real time. So we're still coming back to health and weight loss. Uh, I told myself last year at the end of August, actually, I started in September, I'm going to try to lose all this post accident weight. I gained 70 pounds. And I had to, for years, it was so hard for me to lose it. Guess what? The past 10 months, I have released 44 pounds. I feel fantastic. This jacket used to be filled out. This shirt even is loose on me. And I feel amazing because not only did I get a chance to change my body, I'm showing by example to my children that you can change your life by changing how you perceive what you get to do. I told them, listen, you don't have to do push-ups, you get to do push-ups. So type in the chat, I get to, not I have to. Type in I get to and type in your challenge. I get to lose weight. I get to do push-ups. I get to work in a job where I am overqualified. I get to spend time with my children. I get to uh, work extra hours at that volunteer place to create impact in life. See, when you get to do something, something shifts in your mind where it's not so bad because you're choosing the way to do it. See, a lot of us think that our life is trapped. And that's why we have to create the shift that creates the trajectory for what it is that we want to do. What is our end goal? Because right now we have about a few minutes left. I want you all to understand that we now have uh, multiple tips I just gave you. And uh, if you want to get that 5 steps to black belt confidence, I'm going to give you as a free gift. You're going to see uh, in in the Mink uh, uh, profile that there's going to be your free gift. So make sure that you sign in and you grab your free gift today. The coupon code so that you get it for free is confidence, all caps. Confidence, all caps. It's a 2-hour recording. You get that for free, right? This is the value that I want to give. And at the end of that 2-hour recording, if you want to reach out to me and continue the training and continue more, there are many more ways for you to work with me. So this isn't a pitch. This is just to tell you that there are many options available in the future for you. All right. So make sure you reach out to me. It is rajavspeaker@gmail.com. Easy peasy, right? Raja, capital V, like V for victory, speaker@gmail.com. Now, we have a couple of minutes left. I want to make sure that we wrap this up properly. And definitely sign up for all the challenges. We have amazing speakers all week. So make sure that you sign up for the entire challenge and tune in every single day at this time. Now, Denise is an amazing host, isn't she? So let me give it up to her for putting together an amazing challenge. Thank you to Denise. She was a guest on my show not long ago, and she was freaking amazing. She just, really just blew it out of the water. So I want to say that she's been amazing person to have in my circle of influence. So I'm gonna leave you one last tip, and that for me, I thought for the longest time my speech impediment was the worst thing in my life. And someone actually told me, Raj, it may be a good thing in your life, and maybe you didn't realize this because it forced me to prove myself over and over again. I had to work twice as hard at everything, whether it was karate or music or academics, or because I just wanted to be accepted. I just wanted to be respected as a person, other than that guy that can't talk, right? So when I joke, so when I go up on stage, I still have in my intro the kickboxing, opera singing, cancer scientist from Philadelphia who can't talk right, because I want to throw it out there for you. Because my greatest challenge was my greatest gift. And maybe that's the mind shift that we should all take, is that we all have challenges in our lives. And if you want more detail on how to break it down and how to create a 5-second fix, guess what? We can do it. Now, for all of you all out there that are having a great time with this, please type in the chat, type in VMA so I know that you heard me for Victory Mindset Academy, VMA. And thank you so much for being here. This is Coach Raja. Believe it and become it.